G'day there everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Welcome back to another daily training session. Now today we're going to take a look and I'm going to teach you how you can create a tools dashboard for your users. So oftentimes we've got a lot of different tools and services and applications that are in play across your organization. And one of the key aspects to a central SharePoint intranet or portal or even department site is we want to streamline the access to all of these and make it easy for people to find the tools and applications that they need to do their job. And a way that we can do this is by using Microsoft Lists, using some metadata on some Microsoft Lists, and then just changing and architecting and creating a nice view and user experience so that we can present that it's easily consumable for the users across your organization. So today, that's what we're going to tackle. So let's dive in and have a look. So you can see here, I'm just on a SharePoint communication site. Now, I've already gone ahead and created a list, but I'll recap what that is. Now, you can see here in the navigation, I've got a list that is called Our Tools. It's been created just from a blank list, all right? So as we know, on a SharePoint site or even from the Microsoft Lists app, we can just go New List, and there's an option here to create a blank list. We've got all the other lists that we could use as templates depending on the circumstances, but I just wanted to craft a nice simple one just for the purpose of creating a tools list. So I used a blank list. We then went ahead and just added a couple of columns, right? So we've got the title. I added a description column, which is a multi-text column. URL, help, logo, and a category. Now, all of these are just out of the box columns, right? So the URL, if we go to add a column, you can see that we've got a multiple lines of text, which is description. The URL column is the hyperlink column. The help column is a person column. So we might want to have, if there are certain applications that we've got subject matter experts in, we might want to allocate a person to contact for help, for example. We've got a logo column, which is the image column. And then we've got a category column, which is just the choice column. So that's the basis of our list. All right. Now, rather than present it in just a blank list like this, we're going to create a different type of view of this list in just a minute. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and create a few other tools here. So let's go Microsoft Word. We'll just do a few Office applications, okay? So we might, and let me just pop in, I'll just open up Lorem Ipsum and we'll just grab some demo description text here. So we'll just paste that in the description. URL, we'll just pop in a URL. Let's just go. What we might do is let's grab this URL here. So we're going to grab the URL to the Microsoft Word homepage, for example. So we might do this. Let's go open the Word homepage, because as we can see, with this link here under the URL, we actually don't display the URL itself. We display this alternative text. Now, the help person might be Alex for this one. So we've got Alex. Now let's just upload a logo. So I'm going to grab the Microsoft Word logo. So I'm just going to go to my branding kit folder, and we'll go to the Office apps icon, and we will find Microsoft Word, and we'll grab the application logo, the full color one for Word, and we'll upload that into there. Now, under the category, I've got a couple of categories here. Let's just call this one productivity, and we'll save that. So now we've got two. We might add, let's just go through and add one more. So I'm just going to add Viva Connections. We'll paste in just the same description text. URL, let's just pop in the same URL just for now, like so. Let's go open connections. So this could be other applications, right? So it could be anything that's got a URL. It doesn't have to be inside Office 365, which is the great thing. You might have other applications that you're using, other SaaS-based applications or different things like that. And you could just have them all on a single page. You could grab their logos and then you can then add everything to the one page. All right, so let's just leave it at that for now. So we've got 3 productivity applications here. Now, rather than just have them, as I said, like a list like this, we want to create it a little bit more in a little bit more visual approach. So let's go up to the views under all items, and I want to create a new view. Now, let's call this a gallery view, like so, and we'll select gallery as the show as. We'll make it a public and we'll click create. Now what's going to happen here is automatically we've got a nice engaging looking dashboard of links, right? So what we could also then do is edit this current view and change a few different things if we wanted to, okay? But we're going to leave it, like this, all right? So we could show different things, or we could format this current view, and you can see that we can enter in the card designer as well, and we can show and hide whether we want to show the logo or not. We could just leave it as text, but it makes it a little bit more visually appealing if we do. And we could show or hide, and that makes it even better. Here is we can show the profile picture of the people here. And what we can do, we can turn the column names on or off if we want to, and we can just do a few different things, okay? Change the order. Let's save that now because I like the look of that. So that's the view inside of the list. So when we go to the list, what about if we want to add this to a page, okay? So we've now got the gallery view. Now let's jump back onto the home page here. So I'm going to scroll down the page here and I'm going to pop this page into edit mode. All right. So let's pop this page into edit mode. We might add a new section down the bottom here. Let's just use a 1 column section. Now what we can do on any page, we can now embed this list. Okay. So let's choose the Our Tools list. We're using the list web part. Now what we want to do with this list, again, I don't want to show just the plain list. I want to choose the list, but what we can do in this list web part is choose the view that we want to display. All right, so we can choose the gallery view list view that we've just created. And then what we might do is hide the column bar, and we might just leave it like that. Okay, so now what we've got is Our Tools. Let's republish that. And now what we can see is we've got a nice engaging looking dashboard, card-based layout of our tools. And we can then use that on different pages. Now that we've also got categories, we could potentially have different categories of tools. So we could break up those, the layout of the page. We could create an entire page based on tools and have different sections based on different categories. Because as we know, we could have different views based on those categories. All right, so we could have a view just for productivity, a view just for finance, a view just for HR, and then we could break our page up. We could have different sections and just have different instances of that list web part and just display different views for different tools. So it's a really good way of being able to bring everything together, combining a simple Microsoft list like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different columns, and we can then create a really engaging page of our tools. Now, I am creating a masterclass all around this from start to finish. It's going to have lots of different, it's going to be an entire page, and how we go about building out that entire page. It'll be audience targeting, it'll be card-based layouts like this, and it will just be a full start to finish end process. So watch out for that. That is coming over the coming weeks, and then I will deliver that to you and make sure that you get access to that as well. So once again, thanks for watching. I hope that brings you some value. Start creating some engaging list views with some logos and some card layouts, embedding those onto pages for your users. So again, see you in the next episode.